In one of my earliest videos on this channel, I had told you that there are some formulae that you have to memorize non-negotiably when it comes to this exam. And the sum of first n terms, first n squares and first n cubes are some of them. Now I know people sometimes can have this misconception that memorizing something means that you don't understand it. But that's not the case at all. If you have understood the derivation, then you have all the rights to memorize the formula, as the questions will come in which you won't have the time to derive them. And so, to show you why I told you to memorize these formulas, let us take two questions that are both JEE Mains PYQ and see how quickly they can be solved once you remember this formula. And I've also told you why this formula is important, because whenever it comes to higher series or some special kinds of series, we do not solve them directly using the sum of first n terms of an AP or a GP or an HP. We first find its general term and then we sum over that general term, and in that these formulae come in very handy. So let us take these two questions one by one very quickly, because you are expected to solve these questions quickly no matter how tough they look to you right now. Once you understand it, they will become very easy, and we have already derived these formulae in a previous video that I will link it now. It will come on the top right corner and I'll also link it in the description. So the sum of first n squares is this formula, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6, and the sum of first n cubes is n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square, and the sum of first n numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2, and the sum of first n cubes is directly its square. So this formula you don't actually even have to remember, because the sum of first n terms everyone knows. You just need to know that when you square it, you get the sum of first n cubes. This is the only formula that you need to remember, and you will easily remember it if you practice enough. So let us take the first series. We have S as this thing. Whenever we have to apply this formula, we don't do it directly. We first focus on the nth term or the rth term. So TR will be, let us see. So this is 3, 5, 7, an AP of common difference 2. So first write 2n and then see by adding or subtracting which number you will get these terms. So when you add 1, you will get 2n, that is 2 plus 1, 3, okay. 2n, that is 4 plus 1, 5, okay. So as you keep on putting values of 1 from 1, 2, 3, 4, you start getting these terms. So this is the first bracket for these terms. Similarly, this is nothing but when you see for the first term it is 1 cube. For second term, it is 1 cube plus 2 cube. For third term, it is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. So for the nth term, it will be till n cube. Similarly, in the denominator, it will be for squares. So simply now we can easily put the formula, because this is nothing but the sum of first n cubes, right? And this is nothing but the sum of first n squares. So from here, simply paste the formula and you will see that easily things start getting cancelled. So finally, you will get 3n times n into n plus 1, which is 3 by 2 into n square plus n. And as I said, now we simply do its summation again using those same formulae. So this will be summation 3 by 2 n square plus summation 3 by 2 n. 3 by 2 summation of n square is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Summation of n is n into n plus 1 by 2, and then you simplify it using cross multiplication and all that, and you will get half into n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. So what we had to find was till first 10 terms. So in this, simply put n is equal to 10 and you will get the answer. So simply repeatedly you have to use these formulae to arrive at the answer, and there's nothing much to think about here, just some calculation, and quickly you have to do this because these are JEE Mains question, right? Similarly, let us look at this series. 1 plus 6 plus 9 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square upon so on and so on, and this time we have till 15 terms. So let us see these first terms. Now this is a little different because the first two terms you won't be able to directly write in terms of these terms, right? Because once you look at these terms, you can find the general term and then you will find that automatically these terms will come in. We have already seen a question of this type when it can be a little tricky to find general term when we focus on the first two terms. However, focus on these latter terms that are a little bigger because they will show you the picture better. So in these terms, you have the first term as 9, 12, 15 and so on. So for this first bracket, it will be very easy. This is an EP of common difference 3. So simply write 3n plus, it is very easy. You don't have to add or subtract anything, because once you put n is equal to 3, you get 9, n is equal to 4, you get 12 and so on. This is again very simple. First n squares, right? Third term 3 squares, fourth term 4 squares, fifth term 5 squares and so on. And this one is again an AP in which the first term is 7 but the common difference is 2, right? So it will be 2n plus See, this is the third term, so 2n plus 2n will be 6, so just add 1. So you will get 2n plus 1, that is 7. So this is the denominator will be 2n plus 1. So that is what the general term is, 3n into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square till n square upon 2n plus 1. And now once you will substitute n is equal to 1, you will find automatically you get 1 here. See how 3 into 1 upon 3, that is 1. Similarly, n is equal to 2. 3 into 2 into 1 square plus 2 square upon 3 into 2 plus 1. Again, it will get cancelled down and you will find you will get 6 as the second term. So this is what I was saying, that sometimes the first two terms won't tell you the picture as to the pattern, but when that happens, focus on the bigger terms. So again, very easy, just write the sum of first n squares, then you will find this get cancelled, then you will get n square into n plus 1 by 2. Remember, this is tn, n cube by 2 plus n square by 2, and then we just sum over it. So it will be summation n cube by 2 plus summation n square by 2. Now you already know the formula of these terms. You just have to write them and substitute. N is equal to 15. I am not doing that. That is for you as a homework. And you will get this answer as well. So again, very simply, very quickly you can get plus 4 marks if you know this formula and how to apply them. And this is what this channel is about, right? We are more about the basics and the basic concepts. So in this particular video, the concept was the sum of first n terms, n squares, n cubes, and how to use them. We have already derived them in a previous video that again I will link in the description. You can watch that. And so it is not only about these two questions, but n number of questions that you can solve now similar to these, now that you have known how to find the general term and how to use the sum formulae, right? So follow this channel, keep studying. Thank you.